Hi and welcome to the safety briefing video for the 2xU Challenge Wales Middle Distance Triathlon. First of all, thank you so much for entering one of our events, and we really hope you enjoy the weekend that we got laid on for you. It promises to be an incredible weekend. First thing to say that everything you need to know for the weekend is in your event or race pack that you've been emailed. Maybe check your junk or your spam if you haven't received that email, or don't panic. Head over to the event website. You can download it from there. And as I say, everything you need to know from registration times, locations, for transition opening times, cut-off times, etc. Everything you need to know is in that race information pack itself. We will be having a face-to-face briefing the night before the event. So if you want some more detailed information without the stress of the race day itself, again, check out the race pack for details on that. And we will also be having a face-to-face pro briefing. Again, all those details will be in the event information pack that you've received. If you head into the event location itself on the day, please make sure you allow plenty of time. There's a huge amount of athletes coming down and spectators. So make sure you allow plenty of time to park, register, etc. Once you've registered and you're heading over to transition to rack your bike, same for everyone. It's really important that you put your helmet on, fully fastened, and you have your bike number attached to your bike. That will allow you entry into transition. Transition is not numbered, so you can rack anywhere you like. It's done on a first come, first serve basis. And when you're in transition, it's really important that you familiarize yourselves with your ins and your outs. So where you come in from the swim, where your bike out, your bike in is, and where your run out is. That's really important that you familiarize yourselves with that prior to the race start itself. Race start will be on the beach. Wetsuit mandatory swim, and it's really important that you wear the swim hat that we issue you. That's what our swim water safety team will be keeping an eye out for. By all means, you can wear another one underneath, but our swim hat must be on top. I say it's a wetsuit mandatory swim, and it's forward-facing strokes only. So you're not allowed to basically do backstroke, and that's because should you need help when you're out on the water, you need to line it back and put your hand in the air. We do have a professionally trained water safety team on the water looking after you guys. Every single person on that water is professionally trained. If you need their assistance and then you can carry on and continue the swim, you will not be disqualified. I think it's really important that you understand that. You basically got a one-lap swim. You'll start on the beach. You'll keep the boys to your left-hand side, anti-clockwise, round the breakwater, into the bay. As I say, keep the boys on your left-hand side, and then you'll head out to the second slipway, which will be marked with a red Activity Wales Events arch. So that's something that you can sight on your way back in. It's really important that you approach the slipway from the very bottom. Don't be tempted to cut it from the side because there's some sharp objects and some sharp boulders, etc. So approach the slipway from the very bottom. Head up the slipway into transition, and obviously to where you rack your bike. Really important that you only unrack your bike when your helmet's on and fully fastened. That's one of the rules the referees in transitions will be looking out for. Then you head out onto the bike course. Really important, you do not mount your bike until after the mount line. And similarly, when you come back, you must dismount before the line. That will be clearly marked, and one of the things that maybe you should familiarize yourselves prior to your race start. Really, really, really important. You must understand that this year's event is an open road event. So you will be sharing the carriageway with other vehicles, cars, other users. You must obey the highway code at all times. And please, please ride within your ability. It's really, really easy at an event to ride outside your ability, which potentially could put you at risk. It is a non-drafting event. Please check your race pack for all details of that. Now, the course is really well marshalled. It's really important that you guys know that marshals are not allowed to stop traffic, and they're not allowed to call you out at junctions. You as athletes have to make those decisions for yourself. Now, your bike loop is sort of a 2-lap loop, but the 2-lap loop does not come back to transition, okay? I'll explain a little bit more in a minute. So you'll head out on the main road up to St David's, the city of St David's, one straight road, no junctions at all until you get to St David's itself. When you get to St David's, just before you hit the city itself, there is a feed station there. We do advise you to carry 2 full bottles from the start. And if you've got any specific nutritional needs, I would expect you to carry that yourself. We do have nutrition on the feed stations, but if you've got a nutritional plan that you're following specifically, then please carry your own nutrition. When you head into St David's itself, it sounds a bit bizarre. It's Britain's smallest city, but it's still going to be very, very busy on that weekend. Lots of tourists down, lots of staycations, still extremely popular. So when you cycle through St David's, please be aware that there could be pedestrians, other vehicles, etc. Again, we will marshal it, we will sign it, but please ride with caution through that area. Then you'll head out sort of back towards the Fishguard sort of area along the coast road. Now this area is really narrow in places, okay? So it's really important that you ride within the conditions of the road. Again, expect the unexpected. There could be a vehicle, a car, a tractor, anything on that road at any point. So please ride with that in mind at all times. Then eventually you'll head back onto the main road before you take a left-hand turn into Mathry itself. Mathry, beautiful little village, some narrow bits, sections as well. So again, ride within the conditions of the road. Drop down a very steep hill. Again, there'll be signs there to advise you to scrub your speed off. Before you get to the bottom of that hill, and then you'll be turning right, and that'll be the start of your second lap. Okay, so you don't turn left back to transition, you turn right to your second lap. Then you'll do that St David's loop and the coastal road loop again. Exactly the same way, back into Mathry, and then once you've done that twice, then you're able to turn left and head back in sort of towards transition area itself. Now, the bike course is going to be really busy with athletes as well, so communication is key. So make sure you give somebody a shout out if you're overtaking, and once again, it's a non-drafting event. We do have motorbike referees in attendance, so they'll be on course, observing you at all times. Head back into transition. Again, we mentioned the dismount line, unrack your bike, rack your bike rather, and don't untake your helmet off until you have fully racked your bike. Then you head out onto the run course. Now, it's a 4-loop course, okay? We do have a lap band station and a feed station on course. Once again, if you require any specific nutrition, we'd advise you to carry it yourself. There will be information in the event guide on nutrition out on course. I say it's a 4-lap course. There is a lap band location. So basically you need 4 bands on before you head back. And when you got 4 bands on, you head back and then you head straight up the finish line onto the red carpet under that finish arch for what will promise to be an incredible finish line. So that's the run, the courses itself. Once you've finished, it's really important that we let you know that we'll only allow you to check your bike out once everybody's off that bike course. And that's, you know, if you're lucky enough to finish high up the field, we want to give everybody the same experience. So they want a problem-free transition area. So by all means, head over, wait for the last bike, and then you can check your bike out. It's really important at that point as well that you bring your bib number with you, because you will need your bib number to check it against your bike number, so we make sure that you're taking the right bike out of transition. Now, we're super passionate about where we deliver our events, and we do ask you that wherever you are on the event, whether you've just parked your car at the start, you're in transition pre-race, you're in the race itself, you're out on the course, please take your litter home with you. We have a little saying that if you're on the course and you can carry it full, then you can carry it empty, okay? So we're super passionate about that. And anybody that's found leaving litter or disposing litter, especially on the course itself, will be disqualified. That said, we hope you have an amazing experience. Also, as I said before, everything you need to know is in your race pack or on the race website itself. So with that in mind, please refrain from emailing into the team. Exceptionally busy making the last sort of final preparations to the weekend, and it's all about maximizing the experience for you guys and making sure you have an incredible weekend. So if you can refrain from emailing in or asking questions or messaging in, and find that information yourself. That would be super appreciated. And finally from me, as I say, we hope you have an incredible weekend. Have a safe journey down and good luck with your final preparations.